along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the NC State WolfPack and the Virginia Cavaliers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
After a few challenging years, Virginia is back on top. A tradition there for the Cavaliers. They went 11-3 in 2025. Tony Elliott continues to build a winner, getting to the ACC championship game last season. They believe they can keep continuity on competition rolling for the Cavs. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will get first crack at it today. And now here comes Peyton Lewis. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Under fire. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And as a defense, you're happy with the incompletion. But, man, when you get to this guy, you want to hit him, but you got to get the quarterback on the ground. He does a great job extending the play. You gave him an opportunity to make a big play. At least the back end held up, but you got to wrap that guy up when you get a chance.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Lewis.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Running inside, it's Lewis. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The Cavaliers will punt this one away. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. So NC State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, This dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating.
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Quarterback had the matchup he wanted there. He had his guy on a post throw. He knew it was going to be covered, but if you just put it somewhere near his body, let the wingspan go to work, snatch the ball, get a big first down for the offense, you love seeing that from your QB and receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. He's open on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. NC State now operating from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Keeps it himself. Might have a chance. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going toward the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it! He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He'll do it himself. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
With the catch, it's Flores. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on third. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Got a man, it's Douglas. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Wants to throw it. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Looking for room, it's Scott.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
NC State, a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Got it in the middle, it's Hoffman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. Bounced right back to them.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from you.
It does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
Turning it on. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The run inside. It's Lewis. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Give to the running back. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Now he's looking to throw it quickly to the tight end. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Courtney. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for room, it's Lewis. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Cox.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. He's got it on the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. This is soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end, that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the ground, it's Goss. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Pressure coming. He's got his man. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The option look. Pitches it. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Gonna look downfield again. Heaves it on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Makes the catch. It's Martin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Using his legs, it's Lewis. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, they give to the back. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Virginia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Huffman. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
NC State, a lot of freedom to do anything here on second and inches. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
I like the aggressiveness by this offense. The defense is probably thinking run, right? They want to get a new set of downs, get a first down. They choose to be aggressive, but they don't protect their quarterback. And now the defense has flipped the script. Now they got a third down situation where they know they're passing and they can get after the quarterback.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. To throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Running inside, it's Gauze. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Goes high to pull it in. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Virginia will call its 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now the Wolfpack will use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Bailey. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
That's caught. It's Gauze. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Snow. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Cavaliers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Snagged out of the air. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson.
The first down pass, complete to the wideout. Pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Snow. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They'll ride the hot hand. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. Here comes the option. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gauze. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Under fire. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Heaves it deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. From the red zone, it's Scott. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wide out trying to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. He wants to throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Flores. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bringing the heat. Looking for a big play. Catch inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
In the red area, it's Lewis. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it on the option. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
As a defender, you always want the interception. You want the big play. But I love it when guys go, and you can tell they're trying to bat the football down. They see it in the air. They know they can't catch it, know they can't make a play. But they make sure the receiver can as well. Nice play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Gets it to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Under fire. Wide open downfield. There he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. From the gun, running back on the move. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Here's a hit. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for open space. It's Scott. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Scott. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Pressure coming. Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Martin. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll try it again. Nice move there. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Courtney.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Flips it out to the back. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and take it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Running inside, it's Lewis. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be second and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down, it's second and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the run, it's Lewis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man down the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Cavaliers are rolling down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Gain of about 4 sets up a second and 6.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. They give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Keeps it on first down. There's some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hoffman. Ripping through the defense. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll try to do it himself. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
3rd and short from the 22 is the field goal unit. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Maybe a crease. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting a run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Wilson to pass. Floating away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, NC State! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's perfect. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Turning it on! No wasted time as the defense uses the timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Skips away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wilson will throw. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Makes the grab. It's Hoffman.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Under fire. Got a man in the middle. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.